Now, to an amazing poll today that I think spells death to Labor's voice and gives hope to Liberals everywhere. Now, the Liberals at the last election in Western Australia, they got smashed so badly that they were left with just these two MPs in the lower house. Just two! But how fast things have changed. This morning, the West Australian's front page reports a stunning recovery. A poll saying the Liberals are not just ahead of the Labor government, but streets ahead, 54% to 46%. Joining me is the leader of the Liberals in Western Australia, Libby Mettam. Libby Mettam, thanks for joining me. Why this massive turnaround in support? It can't just be because Labor's Mark McGowan quit as Premier last month, can it?
Well, polls come and go, Andrew, but what is very clear is that Mark McGowan did have extraordinary popularity here in Western Australia. There has been also some significant issues with the new Premier in Roger Cook. One of his first tests was the implementation of the Aboriginal Cultural Heritage Act, and it has been a complete farce. From the get-go. We had supported a petition of about 30,000 signatures calling for the government to put a pause on this act. We're also committed to scrapping the act and going back to the drawing board. But the government believe they're beyond reproach, and they believe the act in its current form is fair, and they're pushing ahead despite significant concerns across the community.
It's just been incredible because you've seen, it's only been in operation for a few weeks, and you've seen people using it fairly or not to try and stop 3 tree plantings at least, demands for $2.5 million from volunteer groups who are going to plant trees, all that kind of stuff. Do you think that's been overblown or something that the government can fix, or is it really a taste of what the Voice might have more of?
I think they are two separate issues, but there is no doubt the shambolic implementation of this Act and what it represents has certainly not supported the case for the Voice here in Western Australia, and no doubt across the country as well. Many are asking the question about what the Voice would represent as a result of what we have seen here with the Cultural Heritage Act, and the fact that the government have just pushed ahead anyway, not listened to the people, has been a significant issue for this government, as well as a number of other factors.
Well, I don't think in your wildest dreams you expected so soon after your defeat to be leading an opposition that's ahead in the polls and by this amazing margin, which I'll see if it's sustained, of course. But wow, that must have made you sit up at breakfast this morning. Libby Mettam, thank you so much indeed for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrew.